In March of 2015, Parma FC, a club which threatened to spoil the dominance of Juventus, AC Milan and Inter Milan over the Serie A league in the past, was made bankrupt. With months of unpaid wages, cancelled games and debts of over £270 million, Parma finished the season in 20th place. Parma were relegated to Serie B, but in June, the last potential investor pulled out of buying the club from the administrators, and Parma FC ceased to be. But the club was not dead. The following month, Parma were refounded as Parma Calcio 1913 and secured a position in Serie D, the top level of amateur football in Italy. This is where our journey started. So with the goal of promotion to the Lega Pro at the first time, we took charge of Parma and made preparations for the upcoming season. Goalkeeper Dejan Stojanovic was signed on loan from Bologna, and Rodrigo Alborno came in on loan from Inter Milan. With little money to spend, 6 free transfers came in, including Brazilian right-back Felipe Aguirre and midfielder Gianpietro Zecchin. Also brought in on a free was playmaker Stefano Botta. These players joined men like Francesco Carapi and the defensive stalwart and captain Alessandro Lucarelli, a player who at 37 years old was the only player to stay with Parma after their demotion to Serie D. Signings had been made and we were ready to go, and things started out really well. Despite losing at the first hurdle in the Serie D Coppa Italia, we were unbeaten in the league until November. San Marino handed us our first defeat, and it was an emphatic one. Manganelli to Baldazzi, De Laschio, and they've scored. Bracchini, he's found Cisarovic and he has a shot, and Cotticelli spills it, and that's 2-0. I say we came down from Serie A. We should be doing better than we are. Lucarelli, oh my god, it's 4-0, right? Cotticelli, when I said you had to concede it, you've conceded 4 in one game, and that's the second time you have spilled a shot. But all was not lost. We went another 13 games unbeaten, and winter deadline day saw the signing of Czech centre-back Stefan Simic. Too many draws meant points were dropped, and we lost the lead at the top. But thankfully we did enough to take it back. Despite losing the closest rivals Virtus on the final day, we achieved promotion to the Lega Pro at the first time of asking. Find Sereni again, Milieta, Botta, Sereni, there we go, that's a goal, 1-0. Ballardini to Ambrogetti, that's it, full time, we have won the league. And the Lega Pro awaited. The new season meant new faces, and boy were there a lot. Simic and Alborno were made permanent signings after successful loan spells, and almost £2 million were spent with purchases including Benjamin Bakula up front, Thomas Kupitz on the right wing, Joris Kozic at centre back, and Riccardo Carlini at right back. I wasn't sure what to expect from the new season, and after another poor showing in the domestic cups, we started our league campaign at home against Venezia. The very first game, and our captain is going to be getting a red card. So come on, Mikai, you've done well so far, save it. He doesn't. Fabiano makes it 2-2. Gualdi, Barreto. Oh my god! After leading twice, we went down to 10 men, and Venezia came out 3-2 winners. Not an ideal start to the league campaign. It wasn't going too well, and we suffered 3 more defeats in the calendar year, winning only 5 games. Changes had to be made, and in the January window, Parma bought left-back Jacob Venucci for £300,000 and loaned Alessio Sabioni from Carpi. Also signed this season was defensive midfielder Daniel Kofi Aguirre, but more on him later. The second half of the season went much better, and after 6 games on the trot, we found ourselves in 3rd place and in with a chat of back-to-back promotions. Sadly, Reggiana spoiled that, and at the start of March, we'd fallen to 5th. But that was to be our last defeat in the group, and we ended the season in 2nd place, securing a playoff spot. After a 3-2 win over Cremonese in the quarter-finals, Teramo awaited in the semis. 3 quick goals in the first leg put us in control, and a 3-1 aggregate win secured a place in the playoff final, a 2-legged affair with Matera. After a 1-1 draw away from home, we went back to Ennio Tardini. that now, and that was a poor pass, and Piccini on the ball now. Mikulu, oh, what a mistake. It's 1-0, it's 2-1 on aggregate. As it stands, 2-1, and we get promoted to Botta. He's got space to move into. Here's Alborno, cross in, Mikulu's there. That's the goal, it's 2-0, and that is wrapped up. 3-1 on aggregate. We are, well, unless they can now score 2 goals, we are promoted to Serie B. There it is, and we have won promotion to Serie B. Benjamin Mikulu's second half brace meant we'd done it. We'd achieved back-to-back promotions and secured promotion to Serie B. One more to go, and we'd be back in Serie A. Another transfer window meant more shake-ups. Zekin left for £100,000, Walter Rodriguez was let go, and Daniele Malandri left for Lanciano. Savioni was made a permanent Parma player after his Carpi contract expired, and Gaston Camara joined on loan from Inter. Also signed was 17-year-old San Marino striker Simone Selva, who remains one of Parma's brightest prospects to this day. The TIM Cup gave us a tough third qualifier against Cesena, a Serie A club. Despite scoring 2 goals, we were unable to progress. The Serie B league got off to a slow start, with Parma winning only one of their first 7 fixtures. Back-to-back wins against Bari and Ascoli Picchio restored some hope of a respectable finish in the league, but as 2018 approached, we found ourselves down in 15th place. Only one signing was made in the January window. Colombian striker Sergio Galliano was signed on loan from Udinese. He contributed with 7 goals in 14 starts, and wins against Modena, Frosinone and Ternana, sorry about that, put us close to the Serie B playoffs, where up to 8 teams could battle it out for promotion to Serie A. Camara, and the cross, and Beretta's there as 1-0, first blood to Parma. A final day victory at home to Lecce meant we'd secured the final playoff place. We were still in with a chance for an incredible 3 consecutive promotions. A 3-1 win over Bari in the preliminary round gave us a draw with Livorno in the semis, a very good team who did the double over us in the mid part of the season. Unfortunately, we couldn't win, and after over 3 hours of football with no goals, Livorno scored in the 112th minute of the second leg. We'd failed to achieve promotion. I was disappointed, but Parma exceeded expectations that season. I only expected to get a mid-table finish. The next season would be different. One player who would not be joining us for our second go in Serie B was Alessandro Lucarelli. After 10 years at Parma, he was to hang up his boots at the age of 40. A club icon, Lucarelli was the only player to stay with Parma after their bankruptcy. Now that is what you call loyalty. Benjamin Mikulu fetched us £500,000 after 23 goals over 2 seasons. It was time to move the Congolese striker on. Francesco Carapi, Rodrigo Alborno and Giacomo Beretta also left after their contracts expired. So it was up with the old and in with the new, although one old face did rejoin the club. Alberto Cherry, strongly tipped as a hot prospect, rejoined Parma, albeit on loan. Galliano was also re-loaned. Christian Durso and Dario Zaparic were brought in on frees, and Noah Newlands and Joseph Manala joined for a combined £750,000. The start of the season was a lot smoother, being unbeaten in the first 6 games, and the outlook was a lot better with only 4 league defeats in the first half of the season. The TIM Cup saw us progress to the 4th qualifier, where once again Cesena were in our way. Again we succumbed to the Seahorses as they beat us 3-1. The table was incredibly tight, with only 9 points separating the top 12 teams in April 2019. Eventually playoffs were confirmed, but we could still achieve automatic promotion. Then this happened. Benchi Venga on the ball, and Perez scored. That took 2 minutes. Great. Okay, he does. He didn't bury it, but it's 1-1. Passes up to Benchi Venga, D'Angelo, and the Pope D'Angelo Dinero scored to make it 2-1. This isn't good. Good burst of space, good burst of pace. Surely, yes, there we go, 2-2. Prota could not miss that, and he didn't. Suparic wins the header there, good. But Perez is through here, don't you dare. No, no! Fuck! Oh, come on! What was that? Okay, first highlight of the game. We are 16 minutes in. We are yet to have a shot. What a surprise. Unless we get one here. Selva, shoot, shoot, shoot! There we go, 1-0. Finally, we scored a fucking goal. We'd blown our chances of automatic promotion. And in the final game against Pescara, I cracked. I don't want to do this anymore. Four straight defeats at the end of the season meant we'd slipped to 8th place. Still enough for a playoff place, but I wasn't happy. I was even more miserable after our preliminary match. We drew 1-1 with Carpi. And there was me expecting extra time, or a second leg. We got none of those things. Because of our terrible form at the end of the season, Carpi were higher up the table than us, and therefore went through at our expense. Oh, for fuck's sake, really? They got through because they're a higher seed. That's stupid. Do you know when I said it was going to be calmer? That's just made me very less calm. We've lost because we were seeded lower. Fuck's sake. So that's it. That's the season done. Just like that. I thought we'd done well to get a draw there, and we're out. That's it. Bye-bye. I was fed up, and we've gone 2 seasons without promotion after 2 consecutive promotions from Serie D. I ranked the changes. Goalkeeper Alessandro Mikai left, and Matteo Bagheria is brought in from Empoli. Cherry, Di Malfetta and Galliano were reloaned, and Mattia Aroma was signed at left midfield from Torino. This season was going to be different, and after a decent pre-season and an upset victory over Udinese in the TIM Cup, I was optimistic. The season started with defeat to Brescia, and losses to Verona and Perugia soon followed, but we picked ourselves up and didn't lose again until the end of November. This also saw some impressive wins, a 5-1 drubbing of Palermo and a 5-3 win over Cesena, revenge for the 2 previous cup defeats. We were in second place, 4 clear of third, and I was confident that this was the year we'd get back to Serie A. Pavel Botnovic of Udinese was the sole January signing, and our cup run continued with victory over Fiorentina. This gave us a tie in the first round proper, and we drew Juventus. After a couple of upset wins, Juventus was 1 too many, and they won 2-0. We were 8 clear in the automatic promotion places,
in play, and that's
then once again at the end of the season came.
But
we had 3 games: Carpi, Catanzaro and Crotone.
And
promotion was within touching distance.
Great. Carpi are losing, but that's irrelevant, and they've just scored. Are you bloody serious? They're bloody 19th!
Gondo.
It's bloody 2-0! What the fuck is going on? This is a fucking joke. And it's 3-0. They've fucking bottled it. This is not me, this is them. Fuck this game. Fuck this game. I ain't playing it anymore. No more.
There's no other way of saying this. We bottled it. Failure to win in the last 3 games meant we had to play another playoff. The semi-final was against Vicenza, who we had mixed results against over the years. A 3-1 away defeat made our job at Ennio Tardini very difficult, and we could only muster a 1-0 win. Promotion, once again, had eluded us. I was annoyed. 3 attempts at promotion to Serie A, and having come so close, we kept messing it up. I was at my wit's end, ready to give it all up. But my heart, and you, said continue, so that's what I did. One player was making headlines at Parma, but not for the right reasons.
We're getting the balls in there, but we've had 3 clear-cut chances, and we haven't got a goal from it yet. And Kofi Agay is going to get sent off again. That's his 3rd red card this season.
Daniel Kofi Agay had been at Parma for 4 seasons, and in that time he'd amassed no less than 10 red cards, thousands upon thousands of pounds worth of fines. Makes Pepe look like a saint, doesn't it? Kofi Agay fell out of contention, with new midfielders being brought in. In summer of 2020, a lot of money went back and forth. Joris Kozic was sold for £1.1 million, and the wage bill was cut, with Stefan Simic, Anthony Sarcevic, Stefano Botta, and Thomas Kupitz, among others, released. Cherry was signed permanently after his Juventus contract expired, and he was made captain. Galliano also joined for good, and Federico Giraldo joined on loan from Torino. Giulio Rusk added some Brazilian flair to midfield, and a right winger was signed in Enrico Biazotti, a player who for a brief time was nicknamed the Bear. Failure to win promotion would mean the end of our journey and resignation from the save, but we got off to a good start with a win at home against Frosinone. Other than a heavy 4-1 loss at Fiorentina, we were looking okay. We won 7 of our next 10 games and found ourselves near the top of the table. After hitting a rough patch in November and December, some more business was done, and a change of tactic was enforced. With no more need for a defensive midfielder, Alessio Savioni was deemed surplus to requirements and left for £500,000. Luca Bolocco also departed after a string of poor performances at left back. And with Matteo Bigheri's contract up at the end of the season, a new goalkeeper was signed, Marco Bleve from Verona. Belgian midfielder Shan Emmers also joined from Inter Milan. We were ready for the second half of the season. January got off to a bad start, with a 3-2 defeat against Palermo, but all hope was not lost. Other results were going our way, and big wins over Savona and Verona put us well in with a chance of promotion. We were almost there, we just had to avoid another bottle job moment. The climax of the season came against Cittadella and Crotone, who were in second and third at the time respectively. Could we finally pull it off?
And Defourco, oh no, Bleve. The save was made from Bleve, it bounced off the post and went in. We're 1-0 down. Duronic has got the ball here and it's 2-0. Goodness sake. And that will be full time and we've lost 2-0. Disappointed you couldn't seal the title with a win today. Right, Newlands, clear it away. That's okay, but not to any of our players. Here's Stoyan. Koulibaly gets it away. Giraldo now with a clearance. To Cherry. Nice long ball that was. But Cherry needs support. He passes back to Rus. Berzossi in space on the right. Finds him. Galliano! That is a goal. That is 1-0. And that puts us back on top. Parma 1, Crotone 0. Blow the whistle, ref. It's going to be, well, it's a chance for us. That's full time and we are promoted. You did exactly what was needed. You have done well. Passionate. Well done, lads. Your performance has secured us promotion to the Serie A team at last.
We had done it. 6 seasons after bankruptcy, 3 promotions, 4 attempts in Serie B, we'd finally achieved promotion back to Serie A. The 2021-22 season is just around the corner. Parma are back in the top flight of Italy. Now, they have to stay there.